Oh, sorry guys, welcome back. Oh my goodness, these days all of us are always on our cell phones, obviously still in commercial break too, but a new study is out that says we may need to be a bit more careful about the long-term health risks that these cell phones may be causing. Here's Dr. Kohli. Well, we're joined today by Dr. Kohli. We have something really important that we want to talk about, and it's kind of scary because it's the one thing that I have to say I have on me at all times. So we're talking today about cell phones. Dr. Kohli, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Okay, so this little square, I said I had it on me all the time, and look at that on TV, have it right here next to me. It could potentially be dangerous for us in terms of radiation, right?
Yeah, you know, there's a growing sort of body of evidence that we're really tracking how much radiation our cell phones are generating, because to your point, Danny, they're such a big part of our lives.
Right.
And it's not just that we have it all the time, it's that we have it very close to us. Many of us are kind of holding it up to our heads or putting it in our jacket or our pocket or somewhere else where it could be emitting radiation as well.
Yeah.
So what was fascinating was they found in France, there was actually a warning given on the iPhone 12 that it may be emitting higher levels of radiation than what kind of the regulatory limits are.
Wow. Okay, so that is really scary here. So cell phones and radiation, should those, especially those iPhone 12s, I mean, what is kind of specific about the 12? Do we know?
We weren't entirely sure, but we think it has something to do with the way that it was searching for the satellite signal.
Okay.
And so Apple is saying that it's still obviously a very safe device.
Yeah.
And they're saying that if you do a software update, that can actually help reduce the radiation, because when it's constantly looking for that satellite signal,
yeah,
it generates more heat, more warmth, and it can emit more radiation. So they said if you do that software update, you might be able to mitigate it.
Okay.
Now the good news is I have an iPhone 12. Yeah. I don't want us to freak out if you have an iPhone 12.
I was gonna say, I'm a little worried too.
No, because the levels of radiation were still much lower than where we think they would cause harm.
Okay.
Just a little higher than what we would like, but still very, very low. Okay. And it was being tested in a way that's not sort of part of our normal use.
Okay.
So it was being tested in a way that to sort of emit as much radiation as possible as a way to sort of challenge whether it's safe or not.
Okay, so that's at least good to know. But are there things that we could be doing to maybe lessen that radiation exposure?
There absolutely are, and we don't yet know if the radiation from cell phones, which is different from the radiation we would get from a CT scanner or an X-ray scanner, is damaging to our health. But I know I certainly am always cognizant of it, because it's just because we don't have data. It's not because we don't know for sure whether it is or it isn't. Right. So what I like to do is I like to put myself on speakerphone, because that means you're not holding the phone up to your head.
True, yeah.
Try to use a hands-free headset, but not a wireless one, because that itself has radiation. So you want one that actually plugs in old school style.
Old school.
into your cell phone.
Okay.
Because if it's wired, it's less likely to be emitting that kind of radiation close to your head. And then try not to keep it in your pocket or your jacket. Try to put it like in a purse or put it on the table a little farther away, because radiation is obviously a function of distance.
Okay.
The farther that you are from the device, the less exposure you would have.
Okay, that is so interesting. All right, sorry guys, we got to go old school with this. This is so interesting. Okay, so what is the data on other health effects of cell phones? I'm sure that there's more we need to be looking out for.
Yeah, so we're looking at how it affects our sleep.
Okay.
Because radiation, we put it next to our nightstand, on our nightstand, next to our bed, close to us.
Yeah.
Could that be affecting how it affects our memory? Whether it's causing chronic headaches, because again, a lot of people hold their phone up, to their ears. Sure. And then obviously the cancer-causing effects, or whether it can stimulate tumor growth. These are all areas of research with cell phones. Okay. I'm not worried, but I'm really, really happy that we're exploring this type of research, because I feel like the phone has become such a fundamental part of our life that it is important for us to collect this data and make sure that it continues to be something safe for us and our family members, our children, our older parents, for everybody to use.
Okay, well, I'm so happy that we're collecting this data now. It's obviously something that will be helping us in the future. And guys, it sounds like for Christmas, you got to be asking for the old school plug-in headphones, not the wireless ones. Dr. Kohli, thank you so much. Well, make sure to email us your questions for Dr. Kohli. Just send your message to mycoco@9news.com and put Kohli in the subject line.